Ya, baru saja tadi kita mendengar national anthem dari kedua negara Indonesia dan juga Thailand. Kita semua juga pasti tidak sabar ya untuk melihat aksi para penggawa timnas Indonesia. Dan ini dia adalah starting line up dari Thailand yang diturunkan pada leg kedua final AFF 2020. Haris.
Ya, di bawah mistar gawang tidak ada perubahan. Si Warak Tetsung Noen, kemudian ini dia di sisi kiri Teratan Bunmatan menggantikan posisi Tristan Du. Kemudian di depan ada Bordin Pala, Tersil Dangda dan juga Chanathip Songkrasin, trio yang akan menjadi attacker dari Thailand.
Many of what some would consider his first 11 or close enough as it were. Teratan Bunmatan returns from suspension. He is at left back. Howie will come into centre back after the injury to
senior 30 tahun dan juga ada pemain Filipan ya. Dan juga Philip Roller, wah luar biasa nih. Philip Roller juga dicadangin ya. Berarti kanan kirinya, kanannya tadi saya lupa menyebutkan ya, juga ada Arubadi dan
juga Bunmatan ya, seperti yang kita bahas.
Ya, Bunmatan. Jadi dua back sayap ini diganti total nih.
Yes, dan ini dia poin toss. Kita bisa melihat ya dua pemain yang juga sangat bagus penampilannya sejauh ini bagi Thailand, Songkrasin, bagi Indonesia adalah Asmi Kolam. Dan kita akan segera melihat line up yang diturunkan oleh Sintayong. Dan kita semuanya tahu bila Sintayong ini selalu merombak formasi, merombak strategi, bahkan juga pilihan pemain. Tapi ada beberapa nama yang tidak tergantikan, termasuk tadi yang kita sebutkan ada Asmi Kolam. Dan ini dia, Haris.
Ya, ada beberapa perubahan
He would like to do that if they can perform something pretty outstanding this evening. And they'll have to do it with these players here. Three changes made by Shin Tae-yong. There was lots of speculation as to whether Egy Maulana would start today. The answer is yes. Pratama returns from suspension, and the very pacey forward Ramai Rumakek also gets a starting place today. Governor has he would like to do that if they can perform something pretty outstanding this evening. And they'll have to do it with these players here. Three changes made by Shin Tae-yong. There was lots of speculation as to whether Egy Maulana would start today. The answer is yes. Pratama returns from suspension, and the very pacey forward Ramai Rumakek also gets a starting place today. Looking at their formation, they are going with the 4-2-3-1. Ramai Rumakek, as you said, Ramai Rumakek on that left-hand side. Dedek Setiawan is still the preferred forward. And as we mentioned, the rather bizarre news that 4 players broke protocols and have not been included today. Rizky Ramadani was one of them, Elkan Baggett another. In fact, there were 2 Rizkys involved as well, and Victor Igbonefo was the 4th player. Edo Febriansha is on the bench along with Irfan Jaya, who will be quite the impact player, I'm sure, if he's called upon. There are the 2 coaches. It's been relatively well-intentioned, the press conferences between the 2 in the run-up to this final. A moment of remembrance now for family, friends and colleagues, every person who has passed on due to COVID-19. We must remember, of course, in the backdrop of COVID-19, this tournament was postponed twice. But in the grandest scheme of things, of course, there is still important to remember we're in the middle of a global pandemic. Faisal Al-Ali, the man in charge here from Jordan. Rish Roshan Rai, your thoughts on that lineup, on those lineups?
I'm enjoying this countdown actually. 3, 2, 1 before kickoff on the second leg. Yeah, looking at those lineups, I think we're Indonesia here. It looks like a pretty attacking lineup, which you'd expect being 4 goals down. Obviously looking to try and start with a very quick tempo early on. It almost will be a 4-1, 4-1, I think, at times, with Ricky Kambuaya and Witan Sulaiman allowed to get forward in support of Dedik Setiawan, especially when Indonesia are in possession of the ball. Egy Maulana, Ramai Rumakiek. Egy Maulana playing on that right-hand side. Now will be allowed to drift in onto his left foot. Ramai Rumakiek, same, playing as those inverted wingers in those wider positions for this Indonesian team. For Thailand, I mean, it's still an incredibly strong